Silent Spring is an environment science book. The book documents the diverse environmental effects caused by the indiscriminate the use of the pesticides. Carson accused the chemical industry of the spreading the disinformation, and the public officials of accepting the industry's marketing claims unquestioningly. The book appears in the September 1962, and the outcry that followed its publication forced the banning of DDT and spurred the revolutionary the change in the laws of affecting our air, land, and water. Carson's book was the instrumental in the launching the environmental movement. A silent spring means there is no birds to sing a song in the forest, because the birds have no insects to eat due to the DDT or other pesticide to kill off the swarms and the insects, as well as to make all birds hungry to die. 寂静的春天是一本环境科学书，书中记录了滥用农药对环境造成的负面影响。卡森指责化学工业散布虚假讯息，并指责政府官员不加质疑地接受该行的营销宣传。这本书是1962年9月出版的，出版后引发了强烈的抗议，迫使人们禁用 DDT， 并促使影响我们的空气、土地和水资源的法律发生了革命性的变化。卡森这本书对环境的运动起了很重要的作用。Richard Louis Carson, he was born May 27, 1907, and died on April 14, 1964. Was an American marine biologist, the writer and the conservationist whose sea trilogy, the 1941 to 1955, and the book Silent Spring 1962 are credited with the advancing marine conservation and the global environmental movement. The Carson began her career as an aquatic biologist in the U.S. Bureau of the Fisheries, and became a full-time nature writer in 1950s. Her widely praised 1951 the bestseller "The Sea Around Us" won her a U.S. National Book Award, the recognition as a gifted writer, 天才作家, and the financial security. It's the success that prompted the republication of her first book. Under the Sea Wing, 1941. In 1952, which was followed by The Age of the Sea in 1955. Both were also bestsellers. The Sea Trilogy that explores the whole of the ocean life from the shore to the depths. Late in the 1950s, Carson turned her attention to conservation, especially some of the problems she believed were caused by the synthetic pesticides. The result was the book Silent Spring, 1962, which brought environmental concerns to an unprecedented share of the American people. Although Silent Spring was met with the fierce opposition by the chemical companies, it spurred a reversal in national pesticide policy, which led to a nationwide ban on DDT and other pesticides. Also inspired a grassroots environmental movement that led to the creation of U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. The Carson was the Posthumously Award, the Presidential Medal of Freedom by President Jimmy Carter. 瑞秋·路易斯·卡森生于1907年5月27号，1964年死于1964年4月14号，是美国海洋生物学家、作家、自然资源保护主义者。他的海洋三部曲1941年到1955年和寂静的春天1962年被认为推动海洋保护和全球环保运动的发展。卡森的职业生涯始终于美国渔业局的水生物学家，并于1950年成为全职自然作家。他1951年出版的畅销书《我们周围的海洋》广受好评，为他赢得了美国国家图书奖，并获得了作为天才作家认可和经济保障。这本书的成功促使他1952年重新出版了1955年重新出版了第一本书《海风之下》The Under the Sea Wind。1941年，随后于1955年出版了《海洋的边缘》The Age of the Sea。这两本书也都成为了畅销书。这部海洋三部曲探索了从海岸到深海的整个海洋生物世界。在1950年代末，Carson 将注意力转向环境保护，尤其是他认为合成农药引起的一些问题。其成果是1960年出版了《寂静的春天》一书。这本书引起了前所未有的美国民众对环境的问题的关注。尽管寂静的春天遭到了化学公司强烈反对，但它却促使了国家的农药政策发生逆转，最终在全国范围内禁用 DDT 和其他农药。它也激发了一场草根运动，最终促成了美国环保署的成立。卡森死后被杰米·卡特追授总统自由勋章。Ultimately, it spurred a reversal in the national pesticide policy, which led to a nationwide ban on DDT and other pesticides. It also inspired a grassroots environmental movement that led to the creation of the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. Carson was the posthumously award the Presidential Medal of the Freedom by President Jimmy Carter. And Rachel Carson was the posthumously award the Presidential Medal of the Freedom by President Jimmy Carter. The Environment Protection Agency, EPA, is an independent agency of the United States government tasked with the environment protection matters, President Richard Nixon proposed the establishment of EPA on July 9, 1970. It began operation on December 2nd, 1970, after Nixon signed an executive order. The order establishing the EPA was ratified by the committee hearing in the House and the Senate. The agency is led by its administrator, who is appointed by the President and approved by the Senate. Since January 29, 2025, the administrator is Lee Zhendin. The EPA is not a cabinet department, but the administrator is normally given the cabinet's rank. The EPA has its headquarters in Washington, D.C. There are the regional office for each the agencies, 10 regions, as well as 27 laboratories around the country. The agency conducts environment assessment, research, education. It has the responsibility of maintaining and enforcing national standards under a variety of U.S. environmental laws in the consultation with the state, tribal, and the local government. EPA enforcement powers, including the fine, the sanctions, and the other measures. It is dedicated to some of the permitting, the monitoring, and the enforcement responsibility to U.S. the state and the federally recognized tribes. The agency also works with the industry and all levels of the government in a wide variety of voluntary pollution prevention programs and energy conservation efforts. The agency budgeted employee level in 2023 was the 16,204. For full-time equivalent, more than half of EPA's employees are engineers, scientists, and environmental protection specialists. Other employees, including legal, public affairs, financial, and information technology.